Hello, I'm OBX Toycat, and welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually focused on the next big update for Minecraft, Xbox, and Minecraft PlayStation. We're currently calling that next big update Title Update 30, and all of these questions about it come from last week's Q&A. So if you want to leave any for next week's, leave them in the comments down below, because that is where I'll pick the questions from. Anyway, while you're down there, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do like to see stuff like this. I want to see more like it. But let's get straight into the video with the first question. That seems like a pretty good place to start, and this one comes in from Sergeant Zion, who asks, so Toycat, they said they're releasing little updates, so will we get more items than the ones shown? So yeah, basically when 4J announced there'd be, this next big 1.8 update, they did say there'd be some smaller updates between now and this next big update, and a lot of people kind of interpreted that to mean that we'd get smaller features, like we might see a Biomes update, then a Guardians update, then the big update. But the way I interpret it, and obviously this is the thing I think is correct, is that what they meant is there'd be some smaller bug fix updates, and maybe, bringing something like new achievements or like a single feature or something. But for the most part, it's probably just going to be to add trials for texture packs and stuff like that. And, even though we're a month or two away from this next big update, we still haven't seen any evidence that they're doing that. So yeah, what I actually imagine is between now and the next big update is, there's going to be a texture pack and maybe even a skin pack too, that's going to have a trial added to the Xbox One and the PS4, because the way they add their trials is through the game directly, through updates. So that's what I imagine they mean, and I think we almost definitely have some form of something coming, because Halloween's coming up, and there's usually either a texture pack, a skin pack, maybe there's going to be a mashup pack this year, because it has been a few months since the last one. Who knows? But we're going to be seeing some form of DLC between now and the next update, and I think that's what they mean by the little updates. So I don't think we'll see little updates with just brand new features in there. I think we'll have to wait for the big update to have all those features, but that's just what I believe so far. It's kind of open to interpretation, but that's what I believe. So next question comes in from Mega vs Prime, who asks, hashtag QnA, because we are getting the Mesa biome, will we get above ground mine shafts of gold? Thanks. So before I answer this question, I'd like to just quickly clarify what he means by above ground mine shafts of gold. If you don't know, the Pocket Edition got an exclusive feature in those biomes where basically, mine shafts generate with entrances in, like kind of the Mesa biome. It's really, really cool to see, and, it's a cool way to find gold, because you can find gold in them really high up. And basically, the reason I don't think we'll get those immediately is because right now the console is targeting as hard as it can to be equal to the PC, then it's going to start working in its own direction, and I imagine they'll probably not include that at first, but I think we will eventually get it, because either it's going to be put on the PC version and it takes them on the PC version, or I imagine a lot of the Pocket Edition features have got to be eyed up by the console developers. I know that actually some of the the developers for the console edition have been tweeting out that they've been playing the Pocket Edition, so I imagine that we'll be seeing those features eventually, but I don't think they'll come at the same time as the Mesa biome, as cool as that would be. There's a chance it'll happen, but I imagine we're going for PC version first, then adding all this stuff second. So yeah, that's the answer to your question. Let's move on to the next one, which comes in from the Rainbow Kitty 101. Very nice picture, by the way. That's a nice little smiler. But Toycat, how was your day? And is there going to be new flowers? And is there going to be a left hand in TU30? So this is 3 questions for the price of 1, really, but I'll answer it anyway because there's a cute cat. So how was my day? My day so far, I'm recording this reasonably early in the day. It's been quite tired, but it's been pretty good. Looking forward to doing the other videos I'm doing today. Is there going to be new flowers in the next update? Yes, there is going to be new flowers. I think we're going from, we have the red and the yellow flower right now. We're going from that to something like 10 or 12. I forget the exact number, but there's going to be a bunch more flowers. There's going to be bushes. There's going to be lots more flowers. If you like flowers, you're going to be pretty pleased with this next update. And is there going to be a left hand in TU30? I can say with 99.5 or 0.9% certainty, no. This next update is based on 1.8, and it might have 1 or 2 features from 1.9 that we know are confirmed, but I imagine for the most part it's going to, because 1.9 still isn't properly confirmed, we're probably not going to be seeing any 1.9 features, especially not one as big as the left hand. So no left hand in TU30, new flowers, and my day has been pretty good, but it's only just starting, really. So next question comes in from Beast Gaming, who asks, Toycat, I know we have a variety of creative blocks, but on TU30, do you think we'll get the water temple blocks, prismarine, andesite, diexite, etc.? Or I think he means diorite. But yeah, well, basically, he's asking about creative players, because I know whenever the 1.8 and 1.7 updates are mostly for survival, but if you're a creative player, if you just want to have new blocks. This next update is very exciting because you've got all those new flowers, you've got red sand, you've got the new types of dirt, but you also have all these cool new blocks in the form of the, the prismarine, in the form of, andesite, polished andesite, polished granite, polished diorite. There's going to be so many new blocks to play around with. Red sandstone, to name another one. All the things you can make with these new types of wood, the stairs, etc. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So if you're a creative player, I would not worry. The next update's going to be awesome. You're going to get a bunch of blocks. Everything, from survival plus maybe some more will be in there. So awesome stuff. Let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Dana Hart, who asks, #QnA, what are your thoughts on TU30? What do you think / hope is going to be implemented? PS, good job, Toycat, you're doing great. Thank you very much. But what do I think / hope is going to be in TU30? I think it's going to be every 1.8 feature with very few exceptions. There's a couple ones that we're kind of iffy on. We've seen the Guardians now, and presumably the Water Temples, but now I think that leaves amplified worlds and customized worlds being kind of questionable. So yeah, I think pretty much every 1.8 feature besides that, though. So lots of amazing features, Guardians, Slime Block, they're all being shown in screenshots, but lots of 1.8 features. And what do I hope is going to be implemented? I really hope that they add the first kind of seeds of console exclusives, because, for the longest time we've been trying to catch up with PC, and we've been doing a pretty good job. This update will finish the job. It finishes like 2 years of gaps between updates on the PC and the console. It's all going to be gone off this update. However, I think it'd be cool to add just a single console exclusive or just something to kind of show that's what we're going to be working on next, because I'd love to see something cool that's console exclusive, even if it's something small. If it's just, okay, well, there's going to be a new flower that's just for consoles, or there's going to be the new type of wood, or just something like that would be awesome. That's what I'd really hope. But whether it's going to be implemented or not is kind of iffy. In fact, I'd probably say not, but that's what I hope for. That's what I wake up in my dreams and believe about. And let's move on to this question, to the next one, shall we? Which comes in from Turtle Derp Studios, who asks, #QnA, do you think there will be a reset end feature at some point? I think this would be an awesome feature, because we have reset never, of course. Reset end makes sense. But I think because the PC have hinted they want to, have a way of resetting the end in-game, we'll probably just wait for that, and then you'll be able to do it like in the game, and you won't have to use the menu. So reset end feature, probably not going to come to console. They're probably just going to wait till it comes to the PC and kind of use that system, whatever it's going to be. So next question comes in from that's a/smooth/dance/move/swatch. I don't know how you have a name that long, but congrats anyway. Who asks, why don't they add Herobrine as a boss in Minecraft? So usually I hear Herobrine questions and I'm like, ugh. But this one is a really cool idea, because no matter how many times they the developers will literally tell you Herobrine's not in the game, he was a joke, and people will still be like, aha, that's proof he's real. So I think it'd be cool to add Herobrine to the game in some real sense, and I think the best way would be as a boss mob. So make it like when you meet a certain set of conditions. So let's say once you are wearing full diamond armor, and you also have a certain number of like emeralds in your inventory, or just a weird set of conditions that they'll tell people on the wiki or something, like with other stuff. Once you meet those conditions, Herobrine will spawn somewhere, and he has player logic, but he's wearing super armor, he's got like golden apple, and make it so it's like a super hard PvP fight. I think that'd be awesome, because right now PvP is not really a thing you do by yourself, which makes sense because it requires 2 player. I think it'd be awesome if you had to try and trap Herobrine, you had to do some cool stuff, and it would also make it a cool way to end that myth. So Herobrine should be the boss mob in Minecraft. I think it would solve so many problems, and it'd be an awesome fight. I imagine just how hard that would be. I imagine how awesome it would be, and I think it would be cool. So Herobrine's a boss mob. 10 out of 10 idea, but probably not going to happen. So next question comes in from XBL Crafter, who asks, will there be an option to change the FOV like in the Pocket Edition? So the answer to this question is probably not, because of the fact that the PC has an FOV slider, because of the fact that it's so close to your face. The same is true with the Pocket Edition. If you don't know, kind of when it takes up so much of your real life field of view, you need to be able to change that. That's why it goes from, I think it goes from like 60 to like 180 or something. You can see you can see so much more, but there is actually a performance requirement for field of view, because you can see more of the world. That means it has to render more of the world. And I think for consoles, that's kind of a performance, because right now the console has to run at 720p, it has to run at 60 FPS, or 1080p 60 FPS on next gen, or current gen as it currently is. But basically, if you add FOV into that, it might not be able to always hit 60 FPS, and that is not something they want. So there might be an FOV slider in the future, but I do not think it's likely, because it hits the performance. And on consoles, it's generally considered that you're going to be quite a way away from the TV or monitor, and you generally don't need FOV if you're sitting far away. So that's the answer to your question. Hopefully I covered what you meant there. Next question comes in from Dark Wolf, who asks hashtag QnA. At this point, I'm just going to accept hashtag QnA as a thing. Leave hashtag QnA of your questions. Feel free, why not? But they ask, do you get bored of Minecraft? So, do I get bored of Minecraft? Yeah, I'll be honest, sometimes I do. But the videos I make on not getting bored of Minecraft are genuinely what helps me. So yesterday, I had a pretty chill day, and I was like, oh, gonna work on this Minecraft thing, and I was mining on my sugarcane farm for like half an hour, and I was just like, I do not want to mine this cobblestone down anymore. I'm done. I can't do this. And yeah, instead of just being like, I'm bored of Minecraft now, I decided to switch entirely, and this is something I'm going to be working on for the rest of the day, so you'll probably see it in the next couple of days, or 3 days or something like that. But basically, I then decided, okay, I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to learn to speedrun the End Dragon in like less than 5 minutes. And yeah, that's an upcoming video idea I'm working on right now. I want to be able to kill the End Dragon in as little time as possible. I think I got in under 4 minutes last night, and yeah, there's so many fun things you can do in Minecraft, and I could have gone to my creative world. I could have started, building something cool there. I could have, started playing some Skywars. There's so many cool things to do in Minecraft, and that's why I think the game will last a decent amount of time, because there's not many other games where you can really entirely change up the gameplay and still be playing the same game, but with Minecraft that's entirely possible. So, do you ever get bored of Minecraft? Yeah, but I like to switch stuff, and that's why on my channel I like to make videos that help you not get bored. So I think I spent too long answering your question, so I'll move on to the next one, which comes in from Carlos, and is actually the final question, who asks hashtag QnA, what would be your best advice if you're out of building ideas, and are you visiting Sweden anytime soon? So, what's your best advice if you're out building ideas? For me personally, I just like to think of something like really strange that shouldn't exist in Minecraft. Like, okay, then I'm out building ideas. Well, I'll build this. Or sometimes it's just like, I like pandas. I'm gonna build a panda. Or like, to become an example, just like, I'm gonna look through the Minecraft inventory and something I really want to have in the world, I'll build that. That's what I like to do. For most people, though, I know. Look around your room. I'm looking in front of me right now. I can see a controller. That'd be pretty cool to build. I see a 3DS. That'd be an awesome build. And I opened it and it started playing music. I see a wallet, a SNES controller wallet thing. There's like so many cool building ideas just around you. It's kind of like when you're in a conversation and you're looking for a name and you're like, oh, well, my name is Banana, except it's a good idea to make a banana in Minecraft, whereas your name shouldn't actually be Banana. But anyway, let's move on to the second part of the question, which is, are you visiting Sweden anytime soon? Yeah, I'd really love to visit Sweden, Norway, Finland, really, because I love I've only been to Denmark so far, but I love Scandinavia, like all the concepts of it. It's just a nice place. Everyone speaks English there too. I think it's 92% of people from Sweden speak English. That's crazy if you think about it. But yeah, I'd love to visit Sweden. I think I'm gonna visit Sweden soon, but I don't know exactly when. Probably next year. I think I'm done traveling this year because TU30 is gonna come out, and I'm gonna be very busy for that. So yeah, probably 2016. Bunch of traveling. Also, while we're here, we just got a little bit of time at the end of the video, I wanted to address something because there's so many comments now asking, will I come to this place, that place? I'd like to visit everywhere in the world, but I don't know if there's like enough time in a lifetime to do all of that. But also the one other one I wanted to address was people being like, Toy Cat, there isn't actually 50 countries in America, they're called states. I know they actually are called states, and I know they are states, but what I kind of mean by that is, the difference between Alaska and Florida, for instance, is kind of like the difference between Germany and France, like two distinctly culturally separate places that are kind of they have the same currency, they share a lot of culture anyway, and that's kind of what I meant by that. So now people are going to be telling me that Germany and France are countries, not states, and I know, I just mean that it's kind of a similar concept. The concept of an EU member country or state is kind of like a US state, and I think, to go into geopolitical at the end, questions at the end of there, I do think at some point we'll transition to the EU being kind of like states, in the way that the US... I think the US is successful because it's like 50 countries that act like one. Again, they're states, not countries, but it's kind of like 50 countries, and I think that's kind of what the EU is turning into, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So, yeah, let's move on from that to the outro. I hope you did all enjoy the video, even if I do ramble about stuff at times. I hope I answered some of your questions about the next update. If I didn't, then you leave them in the comments down below. And also, like the video if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice day. Goodbye.